What exactly is the learning disorder Northwest revealed she had on a recent TikTok live stream? And what would it mean if you or someone in your life were diagnosed with it? North, the daughter of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, told followers she has dyslexia.
Guys, I have dyslexia. Do you even know what that is?
You just are really saying way too much.
Dyslexia can involve problems with letter matching and spelling, making reading challenging. The Yale Center for Dyslexia and Creativity notes the disorder can never be cured, so people with it must use coping mechanisms and aids for it throughout their lives. North is not alone in her dyslexia diagnosis. According to the Yale Center, dyslexia affects about 20% of the population and is the most common neurocognitive disorder. Around 80 to 90% of people with learning disabilities are diagnosed with dyslexia. The International Dyslexia Association, or IDA, classifies dyslexia as a language-based learning disability with a cluster of symptoms. The condition makes it difficult for those who have it to spell, write, read, and pronounce words. It can also cause difficulties for people who have it to succeed in a learning environment without support. Dyslexia can have different symptoms depending on the person, but the IDA notes that word recognition and understanding textbook material can be difficult. For example, people may struggle to comprehend the words they read within a textbook, but they can understand the material when it's read aloud. It can also coincide with other conditions, including ADHD and speech and language disorders. The causes of dyslexia aren't completely understood, the IDA notes. However, brain studies have shown changes in how the brain functions and develops for those with dyslexia. The Cleveland Clinic explains that it's genetic. The disorder does not correlate with intelligence, and this learning disability can occur in people of all different backgrounds and intelligence levels, according to the IDA. Those with dyslexia might also be gifted in other areas, such as art, computer science, and electronics. Before Northwest's diagnosis, there may have been symptoms that Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, and her school would have noticed. Dyslexia symptoms aren't standard for everyone, but they are present through preschool and elementary school. Reading Rocket states that late talking can be a warning sign. Parents and teachers may also notice young children with dyslexia needing help pronouncing words or being slower to learn vocabulary. It's also difficult for them to recall particular words. For example, they might not remember the name of the refrigerator, so they try to describe it with words they remember. Difficulty spelling their name and following multi-step instructions are also common. Parents may also notice their child's fine motor skills are developing more slowly. The warning signs of dyslexia can go unnoticed until a child starts elementary school. Once they begin learning to read, words can be hard for them to decode. They can struggle with sounding out words and may mumble through big words, which can make them embarrassed to read out loud, Understood notes. Additionally, they may read books more slowly and need help comprehending or explaining the story. It's common for them to confuse letters like B and D or write numbers backwards. Reading Rockets also adds that children with dyslexia can confuse small words, reverse words, and transpose letters. For example, they may read felt as left. There's no medication treatment for dyslexia, but management through educational interventions at an early age can help people with the disorder learn to cope with their symptoms.
Dyslexia is a lifelong issue that tends to run in families.
One of the best things one can do for a child with dyslexia is to read with them and be patient, according to the Mayo Clinic. While dyslexia can affect reading comprehension, people with the disorder can easily comprehend spoken words. This is why many schools may use multisensory teaching, specifically the Orton-Gillingham approach, according to Understood. They use sight, sound, movement, and touch to help children connect the letters on the page with the word's meaning. For example, learning syllables can mean tapping them out. Songs and mnemonic devices can be helpful when trying to learn sight words. The Orton-Gillingham approach also breaks reading and spelling down into smaller parts. It's used with small group or one-on-one training to help students work at their own pace for reading and writing. Learning aids such as audiobooks, specialized fonts with more space between letters, and assistive technology tools can also help.